Friends, this is the Christmas in July. Our house is a great time to DIY home decor. Like our girl Bruce's thing, bath, honeybee list, and all other co-hosts will be in my description.
I really liked how that heater turned out, and I'm all about creating all of this, all of these shadows anymore. I don't know why, but I'm loving shadows. Hi, Patricia. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Yeah, the hat needs something. What I really need this week is my projects inside Painting for Profits have been so overly detailed, and not everybody wants to paint so detailed. So actually, I was needing something simpler this week because I've been belting out some really time-consuming paintings. So I wanted something that was quick and easy, but I can already tell that this isn't going to be quick and easy. Get that where you know you want something that's pretty, but you also want something that people can do quickly. And I feel my designs are getting more and more difficult the further along I go. A little bit of blue in its eyes. Nobody's out for the 3rd of July. In my hometown, in fact, it's on tonight. We always had the 4th of July on the 3rd, and it was always a whole a mess trying to get in and out of a little 2-lane road that got you into the park, and a little 2-lane road that got you out of the park. So, and our town decided this year to do it on Saturday, so we don't got anything. This is the first time since we've lived here that nothing has went on in our town on the 4th of July. Used to be really nice. In fact, they're having a parade on Saturday, so they decided to just change everything to July 8th instead of 4th. But they've also had a lot of problems. You know, it's getting harder trying to man these events and find people to help with them. Easy peasy is not my thing here lately. I don't know what it is. That is true. You always stay home. Laura, I know. We went through that with the Yorkies. Actually, we went through it with our kids too when they were younger. They hated fireworks. Hated them. So, I don't go to them very often. You know, by the time you get down there and then you have to fight the traffic coming home, I'm just getting... I'm getting less and less thrilled about events like that. It used to be really good. And then, especially to go down during the day and just get the food. I'm all about the food anyway. Then it was good. So, I'm not sure how many people will like having the 4th of July on Saturday, but we'll see. And the park is seriously 1, 2, 3 blocks from my house, so except for the trees, you can pretty much see them from here. And they're not, I mean, they're still pretty, but they're not near as pretty as what they used to be. You know, they're so expensive, and I could find better things to do with my money than buying fireworks. They're not legal here in Illinois, but we're only 30 miles from the Indiana border, and they are legal over there. But yeah, I kind of feel now it's just like every time you see your neighbors throwing a firework up in the air, it's like, well, there goes a few dollars, there goes some more few dollars, and there, yeah. Nothing like watching your money pop in the air. You have pit bulls and a Great Dane, so it parts working. Oh. What I don't like about this pattern is this was an old one from back in the day, and this here does not make sense. It doesn't flow right. So I was just going to do this and have my husband cut the hat differently, and I want more on the top. But this is one of the patterns that we used for so many years, and when he cleaned out the garage last week, all of our patterns were thrown away. And then I thought, oh, because if you saw underneath here, you would see where all the pieces went, because actually we would cut the nose, it would be a separate piece. And so then I thought, well, that was kind of stupid to throw them away, because I could have just painted them, even just the one, and that was kind of stupid, but yeah, I'm really liking the looks of my Showman lately with all the shading. I did do some icicles on a sled last year, but I don't even know how I made them. I know I did them with a little bit of blue coloring. I wanted to hold the same shape. And Brittany and the kids went over to a campground about 20 miles away to sing karaoke and all that. And I'm like, no, I didn't get nothing done today. They were all over at the house. I'm like, yeah, you guys go. I'm really wanting my air in, and I'll take you over there and show you what he's done so far. Oh. Actually, those look very good. See why I come live to do stuff? Judy, you like him? Hi, Janet. Thank you. Yep, safest place is to be home, that's for sure. So I think once I get this done, I just want to correct the hat. Otherwise, I think this will be my project this week. There they go. Here we are. You guys can just sit here and watch me and listen to fireworks. I'm going to tilt you down a little bit more. Oops, maybe not. You know, I don't mind fireworks that are pretty, but I don't get the whole boom thing. And those are my husband's favorite, when it's just a big shot. And it's like, that's not entertaining at all. Here's some big boom in the sky. So, actually, he's turning out really cute. Hi, Angie. I love to watch the pretty ones. Not a fan of big booms. It has been a long time ago since we did this pattern. It was one of the first ones we ever painted. This, and we sold a lot of these at the craft show. And of course, I never painted them this detailed. I didn't do the shading or anything on them. And then I would just write on their stomach a name. Whatever, however they wanted it personalized. Oh, you know what? Let's do this, and then they can decide if they want to add another snowman or not. I can do that. I might have my husband cut me a board that's a little bit longer so I can get everything in here. Actually, maybe I want my thing up there. Oops, I want to make sure I don't go slanted. I'm not making my trees brown, but it's going to be... Sometimes I just paint like this, where I just add in all kinds of shading till I decide what I want. And then I can go back and change it. He is at least 2 feet tall. Oops, I do have, my husband brought, I have a ton of tape measures over here, and I can never find one, so he brought me 2 more. Yep, exactly 2 feet. And I'm kind of thinking that when I do them again, I'll keep my blue darker. Maybe. Maybe so. I'm sitting here painting when I really need to be making the graphic. This weekend is the Christmas in July. over on Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. And that's what I should be doing is my graphic, and I just want to paint. I would love to be able to not have all of the computer work and just get back to spending 4 hours a day painting. That's always my goal, and that never happens. I usually only get to paint a couple times a week. So, alright, I need some dark green, and I know I had that a little earlier. Well, this will be good for a pattern because actually they can decide, just leave it like that and put a name right there. That's all it needs. This is just a little bit of overkill. What makes it go watery? Hi, Debbie. Aw. I don't. The only reason I could think that it would go watery is if you don't shake it, maybe. When it comes out, make sure that you shake it well. I don't really shake mine though either. Unless you're putting, and if you're talking about like right here, it's because you're putting too much water on your brush. Always like, I'm always a very messy painter. It comes off in the end, but it doesn't look good when it starts. So I'm kind of thinking that the one that I do inside of my group may be having like a even deeper brownish color scarf. So I think the blue is a little too bright. Oh, we can dull that down, can't we? I decided just to come over and start painting because I've heard Judge Judy enough today. And I couldn't find anything on Facebook to really watch. So. And if I sit and watch TikTok, then I'll never get anything done because you have to scroll for that. I am stuck on the ladies who are making the water drinks. Have you guys been watching them or know about them? There's a couple of ladies who, in fact, I went and bought me a new cup today. Take all of those, you know, like the Kool-Aid sticks and all the different flavors, and then mix 1 or 2 different ones, and to make different flavored drinks with water. And I did give up pop about 6 or 7 weeks ago. So now all I drink are these flavored waters, and they're just blowing up TikTok with people in these water drink mixes and the skinny syrups. I bought some coconut. Oh my gosh, it was so good. You take a pineapple packet of Kool-Aid and then you put in some coconut syrup. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. darken it up some before we splatter it. Give these a little bit more. Oops, you can't see anything, can you? Hi, Marianne. Yeah, sometimes if it's been frozen, it does get really watery, especially the apple barrel paint that is pretty, I don't know, apple barrel's getting better and better, and I love their black. It's only black I use. And, but it's, apple barrel is watery. That's why I use the black, is because when I'm lettering, it's very easy to scroll with. I really didn't want these too white, but not coming out any other way. I do want to add a little bit of blue to make them look a little chilly, like ice. Not too much. Oh, and not only does she make all the things with the drinks, she makes protein shakes with protein and coffee and caramel, and oh my gosh, they're so good. So I went up to Sherry Phillips's shop today. Actually, she had bought zucchini off the kids, so I went in there. And I have a 32-ounce cup, but she had 40-ounce cups because they're perfect for those sticks. And so I got the cowhide one. Isn't that a pretty cup? Again, it's got a really nice top on it. It won't be nice for long because it will have paint on it, but I love these cups. So that's the new drinks now, is having that style cup and using your little Kool-Aid flavoring things. I still think Welch's lemonade is probably my favorite, or Crystal Light. But I also took one of the lemonade ones yesterday and drizzled it with some maraschino cherry juice. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And she makes a lot of stuff with the cottage cheese. See, this is why I don't like this hat band, the way whoever designed that made it. Because this should actually all have icicles hanging off of it. But that's okay. I'll design it. Oops. Since I did that to those icicles, I got to do the ones at the top. At least. Oh, back to the question about the watery paint. Think about all you can do is throw it away. But I mean, my paint that does that is really, really old. I still haven't got my white paint today. Wasn't that good how we poured the paint into that little bottle last night? Hi, Jackie. Thank you. Judy, this will probably be Wednesday's project. And I may just call it tomorrow, too. I thought we'd be gone, but I'm not going to be, so I may do it tomorrow night. Texture paint. Oh. Mine never has a chance to go bad because I'm the person who doesn't have the lid on her paint, so it dries out before it ever has the time to get old. Mine just stops about halfway, and then it's like time to throw it away because I can't get any more out of there. That's my problem. Francis, how are you? Could you make the highlight from icicle to ice? Yeah, I've got to let that one dry first because otherwise I'll be spreading the same blue all over. I don't know why. Hold on, I'm going to try to move you again. Oh, actually, now that I did this, wouldn't this be pretty with a dark blue stomach and make it like a snow globe? Because actually, that's what I kind of started, was a snow globe, but save that one for another day. A chocolate chip cookie door hanger. Oh, Deborah, that would be a challenge, wouldn't it? I've never painted a chocolate chip cookie before. It would entail a lot of shading and a lot of highlighting. It would remind me kind of like my scarecrow hat. That is so many layers of shading and highlighting so that nothing just, it's not just one color. You would have to shade and highlight and scrub and do all kinds of things to get it to appear that way. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. Oh, you know what would have looked cute too is just one big scarecrow head, and then you're not into a 2-hour project like I'm gonna get into now. It would have been fine, just left alone and personalize it with somebody's name. I like Apple Barrel anymore. some of their colors are really getting good. One of them, I like this territorial beige. I'm not a paint snob, you guys. I can make any paint work. Now, what I don't like is when you buy them cheap, like in Anita's, like a yellow or an orange. But I'm pretty good with all the other colors. Yep, but yellow is hard for me. I don't care if you're decor or whatever. I think yellow and orange are the hardest ones to paint. Yeah, that is green. I thought it was dark blue. Tell you, I'm getting colorblind anymore. At least if I would have just done a head, I have to do all this. I'm just going to cover him up with a really long scarf because I don't want to have to do a lot of detail in his body. I'm just going to try to make him simple. It is pretty. Yeah. Making a cookie would be, you know, actually it wouldn't, yeah, you'd want a lot of different colors in it. You wouldn't want just one or two colors. And you'd want everything to be not round. You'd want a lot of different stuff in there. I love the details too. The details are my favorite, but I am just experimenting in what I want to teach in my group this week. And I have given them so many hard, very detailed patterns that I was wanting to make it easy. And I'm just, which I can still make it easy because I can give them the line drawing for this, and then they can add the elements that they want to add in. They don't have to do everything. Kind of liking this, getting used to having a paper towel, I mean a kitchen towel on my lap. My air conditioner, yes. It'll be up and running tomorrow. I'll take you back there in a moment and show you what he's got. Oh, I guess I better do it quickly because it's starting to get dark out there. I really didn't want to do much for Snowman right now because if I start Snowman now, do you know how I got to do a project a week? Do you know how many snowmen I'm going to have to do between now and Christmas? There won't be enough. Enough ways to paint. How many ways can you paint a snowman? I always say that about anything. There's only so many ways you can paint something. We are putting it in the wall. We'll probably have to break it up into 2 different weeks because I'm getting so far behind, even though Abby's helping making these darn tutorials. So basically we would probably have it done today, but we are waiting for the gauges. Everything else is got here but the air conditioning gauges that he, I don't know, I guess you gotta fill them or I don't know what you do. But I tell you, the side of my building out there's getting pretty full as far as heat ducts and electric. I wish we could have put it on the other side, but our water lines have to go on the other side. And that means if my water lines are over there and my kitchen is over there, my bathroom, I have no place to put my heating or air over there. Yeah, it's one of those where, like you said, I don't even know what they're called anymore. Split, something split. Let me put this in and I'll go show you real quick. My blue wasn't very dry, so now I got a bit of a mess there. Actually, this is really cute. I wish I'd have kept all those other patterns. All I thought of when we were going through them was, I'll never make that one again. And this one doesn't even look like the first one we ever made. Well, that's the thing. I won't be keeping it very cold in here because I don't like the cold. So I'm good with it being 75 in here. I don't need the cold. It's why we don't use our central air in our house, because I can't take that cold air coming up through the vents. I like it warm. So we run an air conditioning unit that just air conditions part of the house. I'm still the person that sleeps with a blanket at night. And sometimes when I first get into bed, I still have the electric blanket on the bed. Sometimes you get in, it's kind of cold. Set on 69. I can't do Christmas every month. I just can't. I don't even like doing it in July. Hold on, oops. My phone's about to die. Hold on and I'll show you. They want to see your work in here. Oh, somebody's here. So I can stay very warm though, because we have a pellet stove. And now we'll have that thing going on. And he's been working on the walls at the same time. How's your mini split? Yeah.
All this right here is going to fall down into this. Right in over here. It's going to get hooked up here, so I'm going to have to cut and clear some copper tubes tomorrow. Those have got nice white covers, going to hide all that. And then the power's going to run into our air conditioning disconnect box here.
Huh.
And we're going to have that on its own breaker. So.
Yeah. And then we got an ugly pellet stove. Can you paint that white too? So my poor nice building has a bunch of whatever coming out of it. Conduit, pipes. Anyway, that's what...
It looks kind of like futuristic.
Well, we could put solar panels on the... We could do that. So now we had to move everything from against the walls. So everything's a mess again after I had it all cleaned up.
But the walls are done.
That's true. Now we got to do the ceilings next, but I got to get my kitchen done. Oops. I didn't want to do that, did I? Okay, we only got a couple more minutes because my phone is going to be dying real quickly. Thank goodness, Carol, because it's expensive to have them come out and do it. Oh, Marianne says you could paint them all black. Still got that big white case out there, though. I mean, it would have been prettier if we could have done it on the other side. But, like I said, we got all that water line stuff over there. In my water. And I think I'll put if I lose you guys, I'll be back on tomorrow. My phone probably won't hold out much longer. All right, let's put some cheeks in here.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I've got a can of high heat charcoal.
Oh, black.
I could paint those pipes black.
At least the pellet stove one.
Well, the pellet stove, that's what I'm talking about.
The other one has that plastic casing.
Yeah, it can't be painted.
Right.
I mean, I could get rid of the chrome.
Right.
I can make it blend in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want me to do it.
Yeah. That works. Okay. Yep, they'll get another layer of white on them. They'll all blend together and get some, not really grass, but... Oh, I know, I'm right of saying there. And then that way, if I have some made, I can easily personalize them. I'm just loving my snowman faces. I need to make a great big, just new snowman face. I'm loving all the colors. Paint it pretty. I could do some art out there on my building, huh?
Yeah, you know, that stovepipe could become a flower stem.
No.
You could have leaves and stuff coming off of it. That's a good idea.
I'll be retired before then, and I need it to be able to be turned into a tiny house. That's what we're kind of working on on it for is, right now it'll serve the purpose of Mia's shop, but I want it to be able to be a mini or a tiny house too, because it's big enough to have a couple bedrooms in here, plus 2 big lofts. I can get a full-size bathroom in here, a little kitchenette. It'd work out good for that. I'm in paint his pattern, and then he's going to say, "You told me you weren't going to make any more of those." After this one, I won't. I didn't keep in very many wood patterns at all. I know, isn't that so pretty, Francis? I love those 3D art. I don't got time. Where do people like that find time to do that? I don't know where. It's like, I don't got time to play like that. I would love to try, but I don't got time. Yeah, we're going to put eventually, I don't need a bathroom right now because we're right across the street from my house. I got to get my kitchen in my house done first. That's our next project. I'm going to get done. So this will be kind of put on hold, and I really don't need anything else in here for right now. Just gonna make this more simple. So when I redo this, it'll probably be just a snowman head. What I may do is put this in the auction on Friday over on Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. That's coming up again this weekend. And it's our Christmas in July sale. I'm excited. Everybody's got such pretty stuff. I wish I would have been able to get some stuff made, but I got fall, and that's kind of not allowed for 2 weeks. So I'll be selling here on my page because I will have some more of those scarecrow door hangers here. They were mailed today, but I don't know if I don't remember if they come UPS or FedEx. If they work tomorrow, I may get them as early as tomorrow. I got more scarecrow heads because I ran out, and I got the pumpkin sign, that big orange one that we just painted last week, and the owl, the yellow owl. So I'll probably have to list those on my page. That's all I got. I don't got nothing Christmas. But the other ladies got a ton of stuff. They're doing good. That's why I keep preaching to anybody that will listen is I just want to quit with all the computer work and just go back to painting again. Thank you, Marianne. Yes, so the auction is on Friday, and then we have live sales Saturday and Sunday. So, and Saturday there'll be quick, short, let's not try to get into those eyes. 15-minute sales in the morning and 30 minutes at night. I was going to invite some creatives on, but there's a couple of events going on. Francis, I don't know if you're still on here, but I'm done with Craft Around the Clock. And it's not because I don't like any of it, but I'm pretty good just going live on my own page. Jackie, you still have your Christmas card. Oh yeah. Actually, it's working out really well. Yep. He likes reading the comments. He says, "Why don't you like start halfway, and then we go on? At least get half of it done." And it's like, because I kind of like showing that, even though I'm not quite sure what it's going to be, because otherwise it'd be like, oh, she already had that figured out, but. And it really helps me out because, like I'm sitting here talking to you guys now, but if I have him reading comments, I don't have to look over there as much. I can just let him handle it. So actually it works out really well. So then I'm, it's easier. Oh, I know. I know what to do now. And it just came to me when I was trying to figure out where to. Let's put some water on it. When I do the next one, I'll put the water on first, but sure how I want my pond yet, but we can see what's going to happen. Because then I can write my saying on the blue part and it will look pretty. Let me make it go behind him though. Maybe that'll have to dry up so I can get some more. All right, yeah. So I would need some water going on the other side of him too, but I can add that in. It's my prototype, so. Hi, Kelly. Thank you. Oh, it's always something, isn't it, Francis? Always something. Either you don't share enough or you share too much, you answer too many comments at once, and all the things. I just figured with, and I really like Craft Around the Clock. I like the whole concept of it, but I'm just, when I go live anymore, I want to sell what I paint. I just want to sell it while I'm painting it. I don't want to have to list it. I just want to sell it. And since I've been going live on Sunday nights, I have a bigger audience doing that than I would on Craft Around the Clock. So let's build up a lot of snow here. So since Sunday night's going so well, I'm just going to start adding more nights to it. I love how I get a good brush and then I'm scrubbing into it, making it no good. The unfriendly Facebook AI today. Oh my. You wouldn't think that that would be, you would think that those people, you know, I love going, in fact, I should have shared into my personal page because I'm getting more views, and I totally forgot about that when I went live. I'm getting more views on my personal page than my business page. The cookie's not going well, Deborah. I can tell you, I don't think. I know I have never tried a cookie other than a gingerbread. You'd want to use some different colored browns. You'd want darker brown on the outside. What are you needing to paint a chocolate chip cookie for? That's the million-dollar question. I've never had the need to paint a chocolate chip cookie before. So, I didn't know if it was something you were doing for someone else or you wanted a big chocolate chip cookie hanging on your door. It could be either of those. Kind of got me off now because now I'm almost picked up green to go in there. That is green. It's okay, there's a little bit of moss in our... Can you believe that? I just said I didn't want to get blue in there and I went, or I didn't want to get green in there and I went immediately to the green. And actually, I love making mistakes anymore because now I really like that. Like that color in there. Kind of need it lighter though because I have to put a word in there. So at least I know what I want to do on the next one. Next one will put a blue sky in there. Kind of have an idea. A cookie shape. Oh. That's true, Jackie. You could stipple and shade around the chocolate chips. don't think I've ever seen one. In fact, I know I haven't. I thought you were going to do something like, wouldn't that be cute for like a Girl Scout? I mean, it wouldn't last. Actually, probably not, but if you put a Thin Mint and a Samoa and like 4 different cookies together. That's odd. I've never thought of a cookie before. And you know, you see snow cones and popsicles and gingerbread, so it wouldn't be too far off. Trying to think of. I don't want a fishing pole. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to put in his hands. Maybe some ice skates would look cute if I went over that water more white and then highlighted it with some blue. And I think that's what I need to do. Is I think it needs to be more white. Actually, I think once I put 2 arms in there, I think I'm good. I will just keep messing with that water until I get it the way I want it to look. Eat a bag of cookies and watch. Cookies with jam glitter filling. That's a cute idea. A dark tan, add chips with a dark brown, and then float the dark brown around the edge and dry brush. Ah, that sounds good, Cindy. Actually, that sounds really good. Oh, thank you, Crystal. We've had, actually I haven't. I switched over to seamless fiber optics, and since I've had that, I haven't had any issues with internet. Our Mediacom that most people use in town was out for a day and a half. It was out for quite a while. I know, I kind of like that background without it being blue. I'd have to leave it like that. I love the face on this guy. Oh, and Marianne posted the link for Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. Those sales are still up until Tuesday, until tomorrow night. So if you did not get a chance to watch the sales, they're starting here. And then, after this dries, so I don't get my hand in it, I will put Let It up there in the top part. Keep getting more and more out of the picture, don't I? And when I sell these, I will leave this part open, and then that way I can personalize them. Oh, I got a couple of different really good ideas. I'll probably use one shape, and I've already thought of 3 different versions I could make of this guy. With gingerbread, with the snow globe, different colors. Oops. Ooh. I'm going to wait to Let It, because otherwise I know myself. I will have my hand in there. Aww. Hi, Diane. Gracie doesn't mind the fireworks at all. I don't know why, but the Yorkies did not like them. And that's why we haven't been to fireworks together for a long time, because one of us, and it's usually him. We haven't even been on a family vacation for 14 years because of the dogs. And we quit doing craft shows when we added 2, so Tinkerbell would go to the craft shows with us. So I'd really like another dog. Don't say that too loud. So that's why I'm making him go to Disney with us, because when I get back, I may want another one. I keep saying I'm just waiting. I don't want to pick out a dog. You ever have, it's kind of like my painting. I just want it to happen. So I want an older dog that needs a nice place to live before it dies. That's the kind of, I would never go through a puppy phase again. But I would love, and I just know that it will just pop up one day. I think I really like those colors without adding a sky to it. I think I'm good. You got one for me? Well, you know, people pass away and then their dogs have to go to the pound, and that's sad. And that's another reason I would never want a young dog, because nobody would ever take care of my dog as well as I would. That's sad to say, but it's totally true. Nobody would take care of your dogs as well as you do. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, everyone, because I was needing some inspiration on what to do, and I am set now. I know what my next project's going to be. I know what I want to do on the one that I teach, and actually, I think this one turned out really good to teach this one. I'm not sure that there's anything I would want to change right now. But I am going to go because I got a lot of ideas off of this on some more that, you know what? So I still have to shade around him, but I'm really liking this. And I have to shade around the trees. And this just adds a little bit without being too much. I like that. I like it, I like it. Especially this part down here. Nice. I'll go back and finish those icicles. And this needs to be even brought up like that. So it's like he's standing. The snow's coming up this side of him. There we go. That's even better. And I may go in and instead of shading him in brown, I may shade that part in blue. Not quite sure yet. But I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to go make the graphic for Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. Remember, you can go watch the replays right now. And they're up till tomorrow. And then Friday is our auction. So, all right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me.